Greetings, fellow humans. This is Pat Callahan from All White Tukey. You're listening to another great podcast on the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Yeah.
Hi, this is Steve O'Mooney from the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Now, one of our great sponsors on our show is Amazon.com. Go to thesasquatch.net, click on the Amazon banner, and shop like you normally do. We'll get a little taste if you do. So that again, check out thesasquatch.net and click on our Amazon.com banner. Thank you for your support. It is 2015, fellow comic book fans, and Kyle and I are back for an all-new year of Longbox Cast. This time we did our homework. Taking that break was probably a really good idea because everyone got to be refreshed during the holiday season, spend time with friends, families, and loved ones. And Kyle and I will talk about a little bit of our holiday season, if we got anything nerdy or cool comic book-wise during the holiday season. And also we can talk about the all the upcoming stuff that is going to be happening this year. Big stuff for Marvel. And we'll see what DC is going to really be bringing out. They really haven't been doing stuff. They're not really having anything, I think, until like 2016. So we'll see what DC is going to bring. I think comic book-wise they're doing some stuff, but their shows, on the other hand, Arrow and Flash seem to be doing pretty well. So without further ado, Kyle and I are back for the Longbox Cast, the 2015 edition. Yeah! All right, we are back with the Longbox Cast. I am, of course, is Steve O'Mooney, and of course with my co-host
Kyle. Just Kyle.
Just Kyle.
Can't see nickname or anything like that.
You're getting a nickname, Kyle. It's gonna be K-Dog.
K-Dog. Sure. I like it better when people just do the whole Cartman's way of saying Kyle.
Okay. Of course, this is episode number 34. We are recording this on January 3rd of 2015, but it will release on January 7th. And Kyle actually brought up a point just a couple of days ago. I believe, what was it, January 2nd?
Yes.
Was our 1 year anniversary. So congratulations to that. Studio audience. Yeah! Woo! I need to start getting laugh tracks from Friends, because, yeah, that's on Netflix. Boom.
Yep. Gotta start watching that.
This is completely off comic book topics right now. Friends, fan, non-fan, were you into that?
I never watched it when it originally aired, but I've been watching it whenever it's on Nick at Night, so... And I think I own like the first 4 or 5 seasons on DVD.
You just made me feel really old now.
How do you think I feel? Full House is now on Nick at Night, and I remember watching that live.
No, I know, but it's just like weird because like Nick at Night used to be like I Love Lucy and Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, like all the stuff my parents grew up with, and now it's like the stuff we grew up with, and that's just wow. I really need to get my shit together.
You realize eventually Nick at Night will start airing like iCarly and Victorious and Drake and Josh and all that other stuff that's on Nickelodeon now.
Ugh.
They're going to do that, and that's when we're really going to feel old.
Well, you know, yeah. No, we started this podcast off depressing. Anyways, so don't forget to, you can find us at Longboxcast, part of the 4i Radio network, also known as The Fern. For more information, visit 4iRadio.com. To listen to this show, you can find us on 4iRadio.com, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, BlackBerry Podcast, Blueberry Podcast, Miro Guide, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, Radio, SoundCloud, and Player FM. This podcast is also brought to you by Raven Designs, illustrates and designs to fit your personalities. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com. That might need to be updated, because I know Raven's doing some new stuff, so I got to get that information from, the head of the network. Oh, wait, that's me. I meant my peons. They have to take care of that, because I have better things to do.
I think Eric Berry might have the information for you.
Yeah, he probably does.
Yeah.
He seems to be the new HR department person.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm fine with that, too.
Yeah.
As long as he's not censoring my ass. Of course, we are still waiting for the contest to happen. But we're at 81 likes, so come on, people, get up there. Come on.
Just 19 more likes, and we can finally give away these damn books.
These damn books.
Yeah, that's right. They're damn books now. They're not exciting, awesome books. They're damn books, because you people won't like our Facebook page.
Come on, guys. It's not that hard.
I'm sorry, is that too harsh?
All you gotta do is you gotta go over and you just hit this little like button. Also, we are brought to you by, or not brought to you by, wow. We are a proud supporter of Comic Care, the nonprofit organization. You can go to their Facebook page by just typing in www.comiccare, all one word, .org, and it'll bring you right to the Facebook page. You go ahead and check that out. They're a great organization, and they're actually been doing a lot of stuff this year. And hopefully they're going to have a huge stuff for this year, which will be really good. As they like to say, your comics, their smiles. This nonprofit organization basically takes your old comic books, you donate to them, and they drop them off at different hospitals across, right now, Arizona. Hopefully we'll branch out. I would like them to branch out. Let's all make them branch out, people. Come on, branch out. Help support. But they give these comic books to children, so when they're in the hospital and they have nothing else to do, they can read great comic books, and they can actually read about their favorite superheroes and so on and so forth. Two people who are big, huge contributors to the Comic Care page, actually people who dress up and help out, is AZ Tony Stark, and also I believe it's Las Vegas Wonder Woman, or LA Wonder Woman. I follow them both on Facebook. I've been trying to talk to Eric to get AZ Tony Stark actually on Socially Awkward. I would love to get him on this podcast as well, because I want to know if he builds all of his costumes and stuff like that, because his Iron Man is prestige.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So we'll see about that this year. I definitely do want to try to get some more guests on the show, but definitely check out Comic Care and help support a great cause. If you haven't donated yet, I don't know if it's still going on, but you can also get these Comic Care character T-shirts. Which is basically good support where you pay, I think about, what was it, like $50, $40? Get a cool T-shirt, get a bunch of stickers, and Kyle and I still have to do our mashup. In fact, that's why I've been growing out the Tony Stark beard right now.
Nice.
So I just realized I do have to wait till I get a little bit more facial hair to actually design it to look like Tony Stark's beard, but I'm working on it. And in fact, I actually really want to find one of those shirts. If anybody actually knows, or do I have to make one? And if I do have to make one, how much does it cost to make one? But I would like to get one of those shirts that actually has a little Iron Man light up thing on the chest.
I think you can get that from what's it called, Think Geek or something like that.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I definitely want to do that, because apparently everyone keeps saying that I'm more like Tony Stark now, so I might as well just go with it, you know? We already agreed you're Iron Man, I'm Captain America, and all that stuff. No, we know. I was actually at the store today, earlier, looking for some stuff, and I actually saw the Captain America symbol shirt. I'm like, I kind of just want to buy that, give that to Kyle, so... But then I'd make him wear it every time we do a show, and I don't think he'd be appreciated for that. But anyways, now you talked about, Kyle, before we jump into comic book news and everything like that, how was your holidays? We've spoken like text message wise and all that kind of stuff, but how was your holidays? How did Christmas and your New Year's go and all that great stuff?
It was good. We just relaxed and enjoyed each other's company and ate lots of food.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, food is always good. I'm trying to think. Nothing else really. I mean, I got new, not really new, but I got the Animal Crossing game, New Leaf or whatever. That's kind of fun.
Is that for the 3DS? Or the 2DS?
Yeah.
A question on those. I've never played an Animal Crossing game.
Okay.
Are they any good?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's literally a time-based game, so if you want to, if they say come back tomorrow, you literally have to come back tomorrow. It's not like The Sims where you could probably knock out 10 days in one day.
Oh wow, so you can't even speed it up.
No, it's literally minute by minute. So,
Dang.
I mean, it's fun for a little bit, and then you're like, okay, nothing else for me to do. I'm bored. And then you just stop, and then you come back to it later.
Wow.
I mean, like if you like The Sims and other games like that, you'll like this. But I mean, it'll keep you busy for like an hour or two a day. So it's one way to look at it.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I think the last three, I would just say DS game at this point, because I know there's the 3D, 2D thing now. But the last new version of the DS games I think I got was pretty much Super Smash Bros. 3D, which I was really kind of surprised when everybody was talking about how they kept breaking their joysticks with the game. And I'm all like, do you guys not know how to play video games? Because, like, I know how to play the game, so of course, I know you have to, you hit the joypad a lot to jump and smash moves and all that stuff. But yeah, mine's still working fine, so I don't know what the problem is. Of course, I still need to get all the characters on the Wii U version, but
yeah, I still gotta get a Wii U.
Dude, oh man. Well, how much was it? The Best Buy was having a great deal during the holidays. They had it was basically the bundle pack. And you get Super Mario Brothers 3D World with it. You get Nintendo Land. You get the Black Deluxe console. Then they were adding Super Smash Bros. To it and Donkey Kong Tropic Freeze. And I think it was like $349 or something like that.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, did you get any cool nerdy stuff?
Not really. Mostly because my family already thinks I own everything nerdy, so they didn't really bother getting me too much anything nerdy.
Oh, Kyle, you're making me want to send. It feels like I have to send you a care package now.
Well, I got a bunch of gift cards, so I can use those to go out and buy a bunch of nerdy things. Like I got a $50 gift card to Toys R Us, $50 to Amazon. So.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, still haven't used them yet. It's just nothing I really even want.
No, yeah, I know what you mean sometimes. Like, I think, like, I'm holding off on buying some video games right now because I got Dead Rising 3, the Apocalypse Edition, and also the Assassin's Creed Rogue. But I need to finish some stuff before I start buying some more stuff because, like, as much as I want to get Far Cry 4, I'm like, but basically, lucky for me, the next big game that's coming out is going to be in June, which is the Batman Arkham Knight. So, looking forward to that one. And then I've been I'm really like debating on the Disney Infinity. I really wanted the 2.0 just to start buying figures, but I feel like I might be ruining my bank account on that one.
It's a give or take situation. If you only want the Marvel characters, you should be fine. But if you want like the rest of the Disney characters, then, well, you're screwed.
Well, there's only like a few that like I would get if they made figures. Like if they made a Genie figure, I'd probably definitely get that. I know the Aladdin figures come out. I think the Jasmine one is going to come out soon.
Aladdin's already out. Jasmine's coming out in February, but I haven't gotten Aladdin mostly because they're coming out in a 2-pack, so I figured it'd just be easier to buy them both together.
That's smarter. Yeah. But actually I ended up buying my sister the Maleficent figurine.
Nice.
And my brother the Groot one for Christmas.
Nice.
So, but I just like the art style on them and stuff like that. I just think it looks really cool. So,
what you should do is check out some people. They customize their Infinity figures. So, like the Groot, someone drew like some moss growing on Groot.
Oh wow!
Just made him look more realistic, I guess. Some people have like painted Spider-Man black, and
that's kind of cool, actually. Yeah,
given some different ulterior colors to the characters.
I did not even put that in the show notes, but we will talk about it since you brought up Spider-Man. But we'll get into that when we get to the movie and TV segments. That's right, kids. We got segments again, so buckle up. It's gonna be an actual structured show. But other than that, so New Year's was good. Any New Year's resolutions?
To get out of my in-laws' house and get me and my wife into our own house.
Well, that sounds like a plan. You and me are in the same boat, except I just need to get my own apartment, which hopefully will be happening in March.
Nice.
So, the one thing I also want to touch upon before we jump into all of our goodies and whatnots, any big thing that's coming out, or not coming out, any big conventions you're looking forward to this year for 2015?
Convention-wise, there's a local convention coming here in May Still debating whether I want to go to it or not. There's not really many big names that I can honestly know of, but I may go. It's supposed to be a 2-day show, so that'd be kind of cool. And then there's one convention in DC called AwesomeCon, but that's really expensive. So it's still up in the air for me. Haven't fully decided yet.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I know, of course, the big one out here is going to be, of course, the Phoenix Comic-Con, which will be back in May during the Memorial Day weekend again. Of course, I believe the Socially Awkward Network will be there. I will probably have another live show. What we want to try to do, if we're able to, is have, try to do a couple more live shows, a couple more panels, get more people involved. So if anybody else on the network who lives out here, or if people, because I did hear Eric's co-host Ziggy from Her Majesty's Secret Podcast is actually going to come out here during that time. So cool. He'll be there. So we might actually have him as a guest if we do another live show of Socially Awkward on. But yeah, if you people are in the area during that time, they want to come and check us out. Hopefully we'll get a better time slot. Other than that, I don't know what other conventions we might be going to. Usually Eric likes to just sign us all up and then all of a sudden be like, hey, this weekend we got a convention. And we're like, what? So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it should be a pretty good year. It's 2015. Yeah. We're in the fives. We're in the odd numbers, kind of cool. So Kyle, you told me you, unlike me, I haven't read anything. And actually it sucks because comic books have been coming up a lot at my workplace. And I want to then start reading some of the books I have, or even lend books out to people, because people will be like, oh, what's this with Batman? I'm like, oh, I got some really good Batmans, or oh, I got some really good, Flash and stuff. And I like everything's in boxes in a storage unit.
So know how that is.
So yeah, I haven't read anything. So what about you? Have you been able to dive into anything?
Yeah, I've been reading the Spider-Verse storyline, which is actually really good. For those who don't know what's going on, basically there's these vampire-like people that are going around trying to, I guess, I don't want to say eat, but they feast on the essence of all the Spider-Men from different universes and whatnot. Yeah, so you got so many different Spider-Man. So you got the regular Spider-Man, you got Spider-Woman, you got Spider-Ham, the pig Spider-Man, you got the Ultimate Spider-Man, you even have the Ultimate Spider-Man from the TV series that's on right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you got Britain Spider-Man,
right there.
Spider-Girl from the Spider-Girls comic series, everything. They even dove into the Spider-Man newspaper series.
Oh wow!
And, yeah, they're pulling out every single stuffer, and it's amazing. So basically, it's only been it's 3 parts so far, but it also dives into different sections. Spider-Woman is with someone else and someone else. A bunch of Spider-Man clones are off in one journey, and then you got Spider-Man 2099 and a few other Spider-Mans teaming up. And then you got actually both Ultimate Spider-Mans, the one from the comics and the one from the TV show. And basically they're just trying to fight for their lives because there's these people that are out there hunting, and they're extremely strong, just killing off all the Spider-Man. So
wow,
it should be interesting to where it goes. I absolutely love this series. I don't want it to end. It's really good.
This is something that I'm probably going to pick up in the trade paperback as soon as it's all complete and stuff, because this actually does sound a really good read. Speaking of which, because I do need, as much as I've been reading all the DC comics, it's I've been trying to find a good jumping on point for Marvel again, because I do want to get back, especially with them doing now the new Thor as a female. I kind of was well, if I jump onto it now before it gets way too ahead of the game, might be a good idea. But yeah, there's so many things that I need to jump back into with Marvel.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, because I was gone for a while too, and I did some research. Apparently during this recent multi-universe, or not universe, but multi-comic book crossover event, Axis, I guess, there's a part where the villains become the heroes and the heroes become the villains.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I finally know why Captain America is Falcon, or Falcon is Captain America. Apparently, Captain America lost a super soldier serum, and it reverted him to be 90-year-old. So he couldn't become He's not Cap anymore. He doesn't have the super soldier serum. He's 90 years old. And so he passed the torch on over to Falcon. And so Falcon's the new Captain America, and that's the reason why, for any of those who are wondering. I think the theory for the female Thor is that she is actually Thor's sister that he had no idea that he had. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of things been happening. I was like, holy crap, I did not know.
I'm actually kind of glad you found like explanations, because I just thought, oh, Captain's probably dead, Thor died, and like I just think like Marvel just went on a huge killing spree and just started replacing them. Apparently,
Tony is a complete and total douche. No offense.
Yeah.
He created a new version of the Extremis Project.
Mm-hmm.
Made it as an app for everyone's cell phone and gave it to everyone for free, and it basically just gave them superpowers. It healed them. It just made them whatever, and then he took it away, and then said he was going to start charging people for it.
Actually, it sounds like a pretty good business plan. No offense.
I know, but so there's that going on, and
so is that how he became? What was it? I guess he's like Superior Iron Man now.
Yes, and I guess Daredevil tried to stop him, and then Tony's like, oh, well, here, take this. Gave him the frickin' Extremis Project, and Daredevil could see.
No, did Daredevil lose all of his powers, or can he? Or now he just has vision?
I'm sure he could just close his eyes, and then he would be able to get everything, but that's all I know about that part right there.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me with Tony Stark. That's a great bit. We should start doing that. Let's develop an app for our show, give it out for free, and then give them a little taste, and then take it back and charge them.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
No, they're not going to. They can't even. We can't even get 100 likes on a page. You really think I'm going to be able to develop an app?
Exactly. I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. What would we even have on there?
It would just be like Bill Cosby.
Ooh, too soon.
How's that too soon?
It's too soon.
You know what sucks? Bill Cosby became a pretty much big part of the show, and then he goes ahead and all these rape allegations and just kind of fucked it over now. So now I got to replace him with like Tracy Morgan reading like Marvel lines.
Oh,
check me out! I'm an Ant-Man. I do what I want. I can talk to bugs.
Well, that's actually a pretty good segue. We can use that. You see the Ant-Man trailer?
Or what you can see of it. And even if you got to see the person who tried to blow it up, it's like there's no point of trying to watch it. I mean, I do give Marvel credit for this, because it's kind of a smart idea, but it's also just kind of like, you know what, Marvel, fuck you at this point.
Well, the trailer's also not even full length. It's supposed to be like a minute 47, so...
Yeah, it's only like a couple of like seconds or whatnot, but of course what Kyle and I are talking about, what was released sometime this week, and also released this week, you found it was some concept art actually of what Yellow Jacket might be looking like in the Ant-Man movie. But Marvel,
we shared that on our Facebook page.
But Marvel went ahead and released the Ant-Man size teaser trailer for Ant-Man. There is a YouTube link. I think I did post it a couple of days ago or whatnot, but we can take a peek at this. You can barely see anything. You can't really hear it. Oh wait, no. Is there sound? Yeah, there's some sound.
I think there's sound.
So you can watch these human-size... it's actually a really good gimmicking plan they're doing. You can watch the actual full-size trailer during the premiere of Agent Carter, which I believe happens on January 9th?
It happens Tuesday.
So this Tuesday. So we will get a big peek of the Ant-Man teaser trailer. So we'll see if it measures up. We'll see if it's worth checking out. Of course, I know. Actually, this is actually a series I'm going to start watching. Hopefully, of course, Kyle and I, we will have our segments again coming up in the next couple of weeks, where all the shows start coming back from hiatus. So we'll talk about Flash again, Arrow, Agent Carter. I really should probably start getting caught up on Agent Shield, and of course Gotham. It was funny because I always kept telling people, like, I don't think Gotham's last episode was really that strong for me, but I am kind of curious what's going to happen, because it looks like Gordon is now going to be working in Arkham Asylum. I don't know for how long, but it looks like that's going to start up. Of course, Walking Dead will come back. We'll see how everybody is dealing with the death of Beth. Spoilers, if everybody has not already found out.
Oh my gosh, Beth's dead?
But of course, there's also the Daredevil Netflix. I think this is starting sometime next year.
No, actually, technically this year. I think it's supposed to be starting like May or something.
That's what I keep. See, I'm already still in 2014 mode and stuff. Yeah, Daredevil. It looks like they've already talked about some of the villains and people who might be making appearances and people who won't be making appearances. So of course we know Daredevil has been casted, and also the Kingpin has been casted. It looks like longtime Daredevil nemesis Bullseye. He might not be in the first season, which probably makes sense. But yeah, so far we'll see how it looks. I mean, the costume right now looks kind of meh. But I'm also looking at it like this is him starting out, so he probably will get a better costume, hopefully during the. I'm looking at it this way. I'm like, Marvel, we've seen what you can do with costumes, so you can probably splurge on your budget for this to give people better costumes. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for this Daredevil series. I think it'd actually do a lot better than actually trying to do like a Daredevil movie reboot. There's certain. That's what I was talking about. Like, I think there's certain comic books that I think you can't explain everything in a movie, and some of them I think would do better as a series. So I thought when Marvel was like, "Hey, we're going to go hit Netflix with this," because that's like the coolest idea. Because boom, Netflix gets it, and you have the entire series. It's none of this waiting for like. So get ready, kids, because we're going to be doing a lot of Marvel binge watching. Pretty soon. So what other Daredevil villains would you actually like to see in this series?
Stiltman.
There's really a guy called Stiltman?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I had no idea.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture of him.
That's actually quite funny. I don't know too many of Daredevil's enemies. I know there's the Kingpin. I know there was Bullseye. I know Elektra, because she's sometimes a villain. And so she's like the Catwoman. Yeah, now that I think about it, she's kind of like the Catwoman of the Daredevil, where she can be good and she can be evil at the same time. And I think that's it. I really, don't know too much about Daredevil.
Yeah, neither do I, to be honest with you. I mean, there we go. Oh, damn it. Stupid computer.
Now, this was really weird. Well, he's trying to find Stiltman, which we'll probably post on the Facebook page when this episode gets released on today, as you guys are listening. But I just saw this article, and I just read the headline, so I don't know the entire story, so we'll probably try to skim it while we talk about it. But James Gunn reveals he wanted to murder Stan Lee. I guess the comic book legend made his trademark movie cameo in Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy during an early crowd scene on Nova Prime, but in a new interview for the Q&A with Jeff Goldsmith podcast, the director revealed that he had another idea for Lee's cameo, homicidal.
Yeah, I had heard about this a while ago. Basically, he was going to put Stan Lee in one of the cages of the Collector, and when Groot walked by, Stan Lee was going to flip him off.
Right.
So when when the thing exploded, Stan Lee was going to die, and I guess they're going to have a scene where Stan Lee's head just kind of rolls over and you kind of just see it dead. But I think Stan Lee didn't want that to happen or something like that, or someone didn't want that to happen, so they were like, oh, you can't do that, so they just went with him being a pedophile or something, I don't know.
It looked to me more like a dictator of some sort and getting any women he wanted.
Possibly. Alright, I just posted a picture of Stiltman. This should be fun to watch your face.
Okay, let me
it's in the show notes underneath.
Oh, it's in the show notes. I'm like about to go to Facebook and everything. Let's see. Where are you, Stiltman?
Underneath comic book news.
Comic book news. Ah, there he is. Good old Stiltman. What the hell is this?
It's basically just a dude that just walks on stilts. It's like a metal suit.
Yeah, it's like a... What the fuck?
Oh, hey, wait, there's a lady Stiltman.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. Well, yeah, there's Stiltman 2, Stiltman 3, Lady Stiltman. Why would you call it Lady? Why don't you just call it Stilt Lady?
Call myself Lady Stiltman. Deadpool defeats her by removing a manhole cover, causing one of her legs to fall in.
Oh, jeez.
And for other to step onto a high heel attached to the top of a truck. She doesn't appear to be connected to any of the other Stiltmen and claims she is using the name as an homage. This version is more clumsy and uncoordinated, and Spider-Man himself says she is trying too hard.
That just made my day.
Awesome.
That just made my day.
Awesome.
That's. So today, kids, you learn. Oh, you know what? That's a segment we should bring back now. Since it is the pretty much year anniversary of the show. When we first started the show, we used to go and pick either a comic book character that we liked and maybe not too many people knew about, so we'd bring them in. But now I want to start a brand new segment. We'll try to start this in the upcoming weeks. Every week, Kyle and I will switch off. We'll try to find bizarre villains or superheroes, like really low-graded ones, and just find like a tidbit of a funny... Because that's just hilarious to me right now. Stilt Man, just the Stilt Woman thing was just funny. Now I just want to go out and find that comic with Deadpool doing that. I think that's hilarious.
Fun fact, I was actually just thinking that when you said, I was like, oh, cool.
Okay, yeah. No, it was a segment we used to do like a while, almost a year ago, I should say. But yeah, then it just kind of dropped off, I think. I forget what happened. But yeah, it actually would probably push me to do more show notes and actually do research on stuff. But yeah, just try to find bizarre superheroes or supervillains and find a funny little tidbit. You know, like we'll explain like their backstory or their power and stuff like that and enlighten people. But yeah, I totally forgot about doing that. So the original, back to the Stanley, you know, we had structure and we really just...
Hey, you know what? I'm sure people are just enjoying this right now.
But I gotta find that Deadpool thing now. That's gonna be funny. I want to post that when we post the show this week. So James Gunn. Okay, yeah, I remember that because he was gonna give the middle finger, and then they were like, it's a Disney movie, and kids like Stan Lee, and they didn't want to have Stan Lee in a bad light or anything like that. So of course, when the collector's display thing exploded, yeah, Stan Lee would have been in that to be murdered. So that was that. Yeah. Of course.
I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Of course, talking about Netflix series as well, we have Marvel has finally casted their Luke Cage. Let's see. Marvel and Netflix announced Monday that Mike Coulter has been cast as Luke Cage in Marvel's a.k.a. Jessica Jones, the second of a 13-episode series premiering on Netflix in 2015, following Marvel's Daredevil. I don't know who Mike Coulter is.
Let me look at him real quick. The name kind of sounds familiar.
But it should be kind of cool. I mean, if you think about it, it's like we're getting a Miss Marvel movie or a... Captain Marvel movie. We're also kind of getting, I mean, as much as Falcon, was there, but it's like we're finally branching out. We're finally giving every sex and every ethnicity a superhero finally, which is finally probably good. I mean, we have been burned before. We're not gonna name. Well, I'm gonna name the movie Steel. Yeah, and also, I'm trying to think what else was there. Oh shit! I totally forgot to put that in the show notes. I don't know if we talked about the Suicide Squad casting.
We talked about it last episode, I think.
Okay, that's right. With
Will Smith.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about the Will Smith one.
Yeah, as long as his son stays away, I'll be happy.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm Deadshot, and this is my son, Deadshot Jr. Son of a bitch. And then he's gonna start like singing songs. We gotta kill the Batman, kill the Batman.
So, what they need to do is have a team-up movie with Luke Cage, Black Panther, War Machine, Heimdall from Thor,
okay,
and Falcon.
Ooh. And where
I'm going with this?
What do they call the team?
I don't even know. I'm afraid to answer that. The Dark Avengers.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry. That was wrong. That was very, very wrong.
I was gonna go with Funky Fantastic, but yeah.
Sweet Christmas.
Sweet Christmas. Sweet googly mooglies. And you know what? To add insult to injury, and the person who puts the team together is the white Nick Fury.
David Hasselhoff.
Yes.
Would you like to reprise your role?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Of course, during the holiday season, everything that we did, I think we might have talked about this, that Doctor Strange has finally been cast as Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yep.
Looks like we'll be getting that in November 4th of 2016.
Yeah. Was it you that said the joke that you want to see Doctor Strange and Iron Man just talking, and then someone comes by saying, "No shit, Sherlock"?
Yes, and they both turn and look at the camera. I think that would be genius. If they don't do that, then, you know what? Marvel, you're not getting any of my money anymore.
Well, I think the only time those two are going to be in the same movie is probably going to be for Age of Ultron, because they're supposed to be reshooting a few scenes, and I think Doctor Strange is going to have a cameo in it. But I highly doubt him and Iron Man are going to be in the same scene. So.
Probably not, but I do like the fact that Marvel is actually making strides to be like, guess what? It's the same universe. And then they quickly look over and go, get it fucking right, DC.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Marvel and DC, someone put together this fan trailer, which I'm going to post on the Facebook page. If you have not seen this yet, it's a Marvel vs. DC crossover epic movie trailer. A lot of it is just stuff spliced from every different movie and all that kind of stuff, but it's actually really well done, and it's kind of cool to see like how they did some of the edits and everything like that. So it's quite interesting. I took a peek at that earlier, so I'll make sure to post this on the Facebook page when the show airs. But I highly recommend you check that out. You might get a kick out of it. And then, let's see, what else do we got going on here? Then we do have, then I found this. How to watch every Marvel movie in the chronologically order that you're supposed to. Now, I think they split it up, though, where you're supposed to watch, this is Phase 1, watch it in this order, and Phase 2.
I've seen someone talk about them creating a Phase 1, and it's really well done. It's like a 30-minute video, I think. Basically, it starts off with some of like the backstories from Thor that take place like 10,000 years ago or something like that. And then you go in and you see a few things before Captain America happens, and then you get like the whole Captain America movie, and then you get like a few scenes that take place right after Captain America from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from like the past few episodes that happened.
Yes. And
then after that, you kind of just start moving forward in time a little bit. You get the Peggy Carter series, you get, and then you get to like the 90s, and you get like a few of like the backstories for Tony Stark when he was at like the Expo back in 1993 or something like that. And,
oh yeah.
Yep. And then you cut to like Iron Man 1, and then the tricky part is when it gets to like Iron Man 2, Thor, and the Incredible Hulk, because all three kind of interchange between each other. Yeah, those are all taking place during like the same week or something like that, I believe.
Yeah, that's true, because if you think about it, is basically right when Tony's kind of trying to figure out how to fix himself in Iron Man 2, Agent Coulson leaves, and then he shows up in New Mexico and says, "We found it." So right then and there, Thor has fallen to Earth, and that's where his hammer is, and that's so yeah, during that week. Stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So
there's also a tie-in comic called Fury's Big Week, where he's going through everything between like trying to find Captain America and everything that's going down between Iron Man and the Hulk, Thor, and it's actually really cool because you get to see like Clint Barton was supposed to have like the day off or something like that, and they call him in. They're like, "We need you over in New Mexico." So he's like, "But it's my day off," and like, "We need you now," and so he shows up. And there were like Black Widows over at the campus on where the Incredible Hulk was attacking. She like filmed the whole thing, and at the end of the whole thing, they're walking by, and you see Coulson. He's walking by like all the things that they got going on. They're experimenting on the leader from the Hulk movie. They're trying to disassemble the Destroyer, which actually ties in with the Avengers movie, and it's just so cool the way that they interconnect everything in this comic book.
Almost sounds like a children's book, though. How you said it before, it was all like Nick Fury's Big Week.
Well, that's what it's called. Is Nick Fury's Big Week. It's just is a tie-in between all three movies, plus leads up to the Avengers, and yeah, I think it was like a 4-part miniseries. You can find them on eBay. So
I'll definitely take a look into that because that does sound interesting. So, so that's pretty cool though. I like that. Yeah. So yeah, there's like 2 videos I think for pretty much phase 1 and phase 2. Again, these are more stuff that. And guess what, kids? I know I always say I won't post this stuff. I never do. I'm actually going to post this stuff on the thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I haven't seen phase 2. I might have to check that out.
I'm trying stuff. Speaking of comic book news, this is the only thing I saw, and I thought it was funny that how they said it, but then you also have to remember that they kind of did the reboot of the New 52s, but apparently the Green Arrow and Green Lantern will be doing another crossover comic again.
Nice.
Like the title says, is Green Arrow and Green Lantern together again for the first time. Because actually there was a...
the reboot.
I should know who the man is who wrote it. Fuck, what's his name?
Jeff Johns?
Was it Jeff Jones? I don't know if it was Jeff Jones. It was somebody who decided to put the Green Lantern and Green Arrow together. He's a Scottish guy, too.
Green Arrow and Green Lantern. The power of Google, kids.
This is... He's been on like Fat Man on Batman like so many times too, and he was actually just on the, which I'll talk about too, Batman and Son, or Son of Batman, Batman and Son. That sounds like a sitcom.
O'Neill?
No.
Adams?
Yes, yeah, Neil Adams.
Neil Adams. There we go.
Neil Adams. Yeah, I think he was back in the day because I think he noticed that both the books were not selling well. Like he's done if you want to listen to some, as much as I shouldn't be like talking about other people's podcasts, find the Fat Man on Batman's with Neil Adams on. Neil Adams and any of the like actual comic book writers and drawers and stuff like that. Definitely check those out because especially with Neil Adams, it sucks because as soon as they get to a certain point, they always it's like, oh, we got to give you to part 2 and everything like that. You're like, no, but these are already out, so you can listen to them in their full, part 1 and part 2. But it's such good listening, just to hear the stories and everything. They do. But yeah. So yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see them come back together. That's actually what will probably check out definitely, because I am a fan of Green Arrow and Green Lantern, just not a fan of Arrow for some strange reason. But yeah, so look forward to that. And also, don't forget to check out, since Marvel and Disney are together, Marvel is now publishing or now redoing all Star Wars comics.
Yes, I have heard about that. That should be pretty cool.
So definitely check all that stuff out. So what I put as our comic question of the week this week, it just says what movie are you looking forward to in 2015, but I meant to say what comic book movie are you looking forward to this coming 2015 lineup with the huge massive of everything that's going to be coming out. Now this is going to be our question for the week. We'll go ahead and we'll actually post this question. You're probably going to hear it now, but we're going to post this question on Monday. So you actually have a full week to answer it. Feel free to answer it on Twitter. That's going to be at LongboxCast, which will also be posted along on our Facebook page. I'm actually going to try to I'll just come up with some graphics to do this time, because I notice people might actually be like, hey, there's a picture. Oh, what's this say? Kind of thing. But yeah, so what comic book movie are you looking forward to in 2015? And Kyle and I will answer that as well as soon as we hear everybody else's answers.
Please answer, because, I posted a question for you guys with the Ant-Man stuff, and no one ever answered to that.
Well, apparently look, I'm going to be honest, Kyle. I'm going to try this year. I'm really going to try this year. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I haven't pushed forth my efforts this year. I'm trying to actually get all the podcasts that I do back on track. Come up with segments, come up with good ideas, come up with all these kind of things that people can ask us, and so on and so forth. And I am going to try. And within this year, If I push myself and do a lot better and it still comes up short, then I know it's not on me. It's not on you. It's no. I'm saying it's not on me. It's not on you. It's not on the network. It just shows that our fan base obviously does not want to interact with us. So, but I'm going to put forth the effort right now. So next year, this year, 2015, December 31st, I will push myself from here on out to push myself to make a better, network for us and work on this show and all the other shows. Try to construct everything to a good, proper show that people can enjoy. Literally, if you guys want to, you can write to us. You can hit us up on the Twitter. You can hit us up on the Facebook. If you're like, you guys are jumping around too much, or I really like this segment. You guys should do more of these kind of segments. You guys need more guests. Any feedback is good feedback. If you're listening to the show, you're like, the audio is way too loud. Something's, I keep hearing a buzzing sound or something like that. These are all things we can fix. It's like beta testing. We're trying to beta test right now for you guys. We're trying to make a great show for all of you on 2015. If you all guys play the beta, but you don't refer your comments back, and then when that game comes back and you're all complaining about all these glitches, that's on you because you were part of the beta, but you didn't send them anything. So I'm leaving it up to the fans right now. Tell us what you want. What kind of a comic book podcast do you guys want? Thank you.
Yes, drop the mic.
So, anyways, that's all I got for this week. It's great to be back. Yeah. It's a brand new year, new stuff. Anything you want to promote, talk about, Kyle? Is there where people can find you, or is there anything that's on your mind before we wrap up this delicious episode?
Well, first off, you can always find me on Twitter at @Deadpool_Ranger. I talk mostly about Rangers and nerd stuff. I'm getting better at comic books, so hold tight. I'll start doing more comic book news stuff than just Power Rangers. But other than that, I still hate Batman. Okay. I still think he's overrated, and I think I need to punch him in the face. But other than that,
ooh.
Ant-Man rules.
Join me next week when I find my new co-host. No, I'm kidding. I kid. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and that's what I like about this show. I don't judge. I don't judge Kyle for not liking Batman. I do. I give Kyle props because everybody you talk to pretty much likes Batman. But the only problem is there's the theory of a lot of people think they're a Batman fan just because they watched the Nolan trilogy.
They are Batman fans because they did watch the Nolan trilogy. That's all it is.
No, it's not. There's so much more to Batman than just the Nolan trilogy. I'm sorry.
I know, but... Well, actually, no. My old roommate, she said her favorite Batman movie was the one with Mr. Freeze.
She is not a Batman fan.
We're no longer roommates, so
yeah.
Connect the dots.
Literally, if she brought that... If I was at a date... And I was like, oh my god, you love Batman? I love Batman. And we start getting in, and she literally said, my favorite movie is the one with Mr. Freeze. I would literally have gotten up and just walked out.
Yeah. I had a 1-year lease with her, so,
No, I'm talking about date-wise, like...
I know. I had a 1-year lease. I couldn't walk out.
No, I know you can't walk out. You just have to kind of be like, oh, that's great. That's stupendous. All right. Well, yeah, so everyone's entitled to their opinion. Look, Ant-Man... Like I said, to me, an Ant-Man, I would have rather had it... No, this is what I'm saying. Ant-Man, I would have rather seen it as a Netflix series.
No, I agree.
I think they would have done a better job. The trailer the trailer's out. You can barely see it, but the trailer's out. But I will say this. You never know. I could sit down, watch this trailer. I have no expectations for this movie, which is what I do with all movies now. So that's what I'm saying. If I go and see that movie and I come out, and the same thing could happen, because it happened with Thor. Like, Thor, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go see it. But when I walked out of Thor, I was actually really impressed. I was like, this is actually pretty good. And the same thing can happen with Ant-Man. You never know. I could walk out and be like, wow, you know what? Ant-Man's pretty good. I got his back, Shit goes down, I'll help him. But, Kyle, where can they find you if they want to follow you on Twitter?
Well, you can find me on Deadpool_Ranger.
Nice. You can also find me at Stephen Mooney Jr. on the Twitter. Also, don't forget to follow us at LongboxCast, and don't forget to go to facebook.com/LongboxCast and give us a like. Check out all the news. Kyle and I are going to try to keep you guys updated this year with movie news, comic book news, trailers, anything that comes out first. We'll try to get it to you guys as quickly as possible. I know we're not as fast as the Nerdists, but I did find out if you do type in podcast networks on Google, we are number 6, I believe, and we're right under the Nerdist. So the statement I've always been saying, Chris Hardwick, we're coming for you, is kind of coming to fruition.
Nice.
Coming for fruition. But, yeah, so everybody, I hope you guys had a great New Year's 2015. A lot of stuff's going to happen this year, especially movie-wise. Comic book-wise, we don't know yet. We'll see what happens. Of course, there's all that big stuff that's happening in the Marvel Universe, such as the new Civil War, the new Infinity War, and all this other great stuff. So Kyle and I will try to keep you posted as much as possible. And like I said, if you have any feedback, anything about the show you don't like, you want us to change, you want us to add new segments, what you want more guests, you want me to change my opinion on Arrow, you want Kyle to change his opinion on Batman,
Not happening.
I know it's not happening, that's why I said those two characters. Just let us know, hit us back. We're not going to blow you. We're not going to be one of those people. If you send me a direct message and be like, hey, what's going on or whatnot, I'm not going to be like, fuck you, because we like our fans. Thank you all for the 81 likes. We like to get to 100 so we can finally finish this first contest. And like we said, if we can keep getting to certain milestones, Kyle and I are going to try to come up with stuff. Like I even joked about giving Kyle a care package. If we get to 150 likes, I will literally put together a package of just nerdy stuff. I'll throw in a T-shirt. I'll find little knickknacks of something or whatnot, and I will ship it to you if you're the contest winner.
Crate.
Yeah, it'll be our own little. It'll be the long box cast box. The long box. There we go. The long box.
But if we do ship it, it will not be in a long box. It'll probably be in a short box, if anything.
Yes. You know what? That's what I'm saying. Okay, if we can get to 150 likes, I will put together the first official long box.
It's a big box. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to put it in an actual long box. I'm just saying that's the contest. You would win a long box, and there'll be a bunch of nerdy kind of. You know what? I'm still piecing this together.
Okay, we'll figure it out later.
Get off my back, Captain. Okay.
Never. Stop relying on technology.
Kyle, well, hey, you know what? If I invented an app and I give it to you for free and then I start charging you, it's my way of life. Kyle, would you like to take us out with those magical, wonderful words?
Long box cast. Too many issues for a short box.
And we are out. This has been another fine production of the 4i Radio Network. For more great shows, check out www.4iradio.com. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah?
I got your long box right here.
Oh, yeah.
Giggity, giggity, giggity goo.